What if I told you the greatness you're chasing today was already mastered 2,500 years ago? Ancient Greece isn't just a collection of ruins and forgotten myths. It's a living blueprint, a heartbeat that still echoes through time, whispering lessons to anyone willing to listen. Behind every cracked statue and every faded fresco was a world bursting with life, ambition, resilience, and the kind of spirit that refuses to be forgotten. They lived in a world without shortcuts, without safety nets, and still, they created a legacy so powerful that even now, millennia later, we are still trying to measure up. The marble statues we admire today, those serene white figures standing silently in museums, were once vibrant, painted in breathtaking colors. They weren't meant to be cold and distant. They were alive, radiant, meant to inspire awe in anyone who looked upon them. The colors may have faded, but the message remains clear. Life is meant to be lived boldly, not quietly. Greatness isn't an accident. It's a masterpiece painted with the brushstrokes of relentless will. When you dig deeper, you find truths even more astonishing. In a world we often imagine as primitive, the Greeks were already searching for ways to improve, to be better. Men used preparations of honey and pepper to enhance their sexual prowess, a reminder that even then they were fighting for excellence in every part of life. They believed greatness wasn't natural. It was pursued, nurtured, and fiercely protected. Their ideals of beauty were different too. Raw, true. A unibrow, something we might mock today, was celebrated as a mark of intelligence and beauty. To them, true beauty wasn't about fitting in or looking perfect. It was about standing out, about embodying strength, wisdom, and authenticity. It was about being wholly, unapologetically yourself. And then there's the story that still stirs hearts centuries later. The story of Philippides. The year was 490 BC. The Persian army, mighty and vast, had landed on the plains of Marathon. The tiny city-state of Athens stood in defiance, vastly outnumbered, fighting not just for their own survival, but for the future of democracy itself. Against all odds, the Athenians triumphed. But victory on the battlefield meant nothing if the city didn't know in time. Enter Philippides, a simple messenger tasked with an impossible mission. He had to run, not a casual jog, but a brutal, soul-crushing sprint over mountains and rough terrain to deliver the news to Athens before chaos and fear could take hold. Imagine it. The scorching sun beating down, the dry earth cracking beneath his feet, his muscles screaming in agony, his lungs burning with every desperate breath. But he didn't stop. Step after agonizing step, he pressed forward because the mission was greater than the man. After running over 40 kilometers without rest, he burst into the assembly, shouted, "We have won!" and collapsed dead. Some victories cost you everything, but they build a legacy that costs nothing to remember. Philippides' story isn't just about endurance, it's about purpose. It's about fighting for something so deeply that your body may fail, but your spirit carries you through. It's about giving every last ounce of yourself because some messages are too important not to deliver. You have that fire inside you too. The same blood, the same spirit, the same endless capacity for greatness. The ancient Greeks believed that excellence, arete, wasn't just for the few. It was a duty, an obligation to live up to your full potential. To them, a wasted life was the greatest tragedy. They believed life should be a quest, an unrelenting pursuit of wisdom, strength, courage, and honor. And it wasn't just warriors or athletes who embodied this. Philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle fought battles of a different kind, battles of the mind. They challenged norms, questioned everything, demanded better answers. They were proof that greatness isn't just physical, it's mental, moral, and spiritual. Greatness isn't born, it's built, chiseled, day by day, failure by failure, breath by breath. Imagine a young Greek child growing up under the bright Mediterranean sun, hearing tales of heroes like Achilles and Odysseus, being taught that to live is to struggle, to fight, to quest. They weren't told that life would be easy. They were taught that ease was a lie, that real fulfillment comes from embracing hardship and rising above it. The Olympic Games, born in the heart of ancient Greece, were more than sports. They were sacred. They were a celebration of pushing the human body beyond its limits, of striving for immortality through excellence. To compete in the Olympics wasn't just about winning. It was about honoring the gods, honoring oneself, proving that you had the heart of a lion even if your body gave out. The true marathon isn't about how far you run. It's about